All right, everybody, no driving today. I did want to make a short little video here. This is kind of a thank you kind of thing. And I want to address this young lady right here. We talk about men and women need each other. And I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. So I agree with that, wholeheartedly, that men and women need each other. And we are stuck in this bad gender war type of thing. And it really is unfortunate that we're here. And we can talk about different ways about how we got here, but the most important thing is that we got to figure our way out of this situation. It's not easy. We didn't get into this way easy, and getting out is not going to be easy as well. But we got to keep fighting for what we need, and whatever forces, these nefarious forces that are out here trying to convince us that the opposite sex is not important, is not needed, is not useful. Masculinity is toxic. Masculinity is going bye-bye. Masculinity is on its way out. Masculinity is a thing of the past, and there's an evolution that needs to occur, or that women have been propelled, or whatever people's philosophy is. Women have been propelled, and they're outpacing men, and the men need to catch up, and they're inherently, not suited for, traditional, for modernity and modern environments. It needs to be addressed. So I want to thank you all, because you guys gave me a lot of faith. This comment section has given me a lot of faith, that I think that we really need to look at the young generation. And a lot of the ladies who are in my comment section on the channel and become subs, I want to thank you, but also I'm appealing to you all to school the younger generation. I've had a lot of young ladies. If you read the comment section, I try to read them all. I do try to read them all. I try. I try to always heart them. A lot of young ladies that haven't received this, and there's a lot of blame that tries to go on. We need more men to step up. I agree with that, but we also need the ladies to step up. There's a value in your life experience as well. And when you don't speak up, and when you don't, these ladies who are in their 20s and early 30s are telling me that no one ever told them this. They never had a man tell them this. Is it a man's job to educate a young woman on what the young men are looking for? Isn't that the woman's job? Or is it, at minimum, it's both? But where are the young ladies at? I'm saying this because you guys are in my comment section, and because the majority of my subs are ladies, and I appreciate that. I want you to continue to listen. But this is another call to action, right? Just like I ask you to rate, subscribe, and share, and make sure you hit that like button for this video and all the others. I'm asking you to to really do an assessment of what you're doing to help the young ladies become the best versions of themselves, and to go into the labor market, yes, and into the dating market as well. These ladies are unprepared. If you watch that Umar Johnson video breakdown that I did, and it's in the description. I did a live, and I did another show about it. I don't remember the titles right now off the top of my head. But if you watch those two ladies that asked Umar Johnson that question were ill prepared for life. And somewhere along the line, we have to take responsibility and say, why are they so ill prepared for life? Why don't you understand that a man is not calling you on the phone, hanging out with you, buying you food because he's a nice guy? He wants something. Why is that the first time that you're hearing that from me? A stranger on the internet. I made the video, the one that really kind of set this stage for where we're going. I set this stage by asking a simple question: why nobody told me this? All this stuff that I'm giving you, all this life experience, compilation of my own life, talking to people, my experiences in the police department, and my education, nobody told me. The education you got paid for, no, I'm not going to give away all the secrets too, right? Because I got to get paid, right? But this life experience stuff, right? I had a conversation. With a lady the other day. I meant this to be like a 2-minute video. It's already 5 minutes. I had a conversation with a lady the other day, and asked her a simple question, one that Kevin Samuels asked, one that every man asks. I'm going to ask you, and I want you to pause the video and think about it. What does a man want in a relationship? What does he want? Pause it. Think about it. And I'm not going to tell you in this video. I'm in this video. I'm not going to tell you. Put it in the comment section. What you think, what you've been told, what you think, and what you've been told. I don't care who told you, your mother, your father, your cousin, what you think and what you've been told. And not by me. If you heard me say it, don't put that down. But what you think that they want and what they've been told. Put it in the comment section. Let's have a discussion about that. What do men want? If I ask the man that, what does a woman want? He'll be able to tell me. A woman wants a man who's a protector, provider, who's a leader, who's assured of himself, who's emotionally mature, who's mentally there, who can protect and provide. Those are the things that she wants. There's some accessories now, right? 6 feet tall, six, the 3 6s. they can rattle that off. Or 4 6s, whatever. You can rattle that off. Height, all that. What does a man want? I saw somebody one time arguing about in the comment section about men aren't going for height. Tell me what they want. Tell me what a man wants. In particular, whatever type of man that you like, their types, what does he want? Men in general, and what does he want? Put that in the comment section. Let's have that discussion and debate. I'm not going to tell you in this video. I'm not going to do it. We got to come together about this, and we got to do a better job of educating. We're doing a great job of educating our people. There's been complaints on both sides. I've heard the complaints on both sides. I watch a lot of Manosphere red pill content, and I pay attention to this space now more. The women, I don't even know what space it is, dating space, whatever. And I pay attention, right? And both sides are saying, in particular, black community, but both sides are saying that the other side is ill prepared for relationships. Men don't know how to protect, provide. Men don't know how to be men, and the men are saying the women are just all about their jobs and careers. They got education and masters and doctors and bachelors. We are failing. This was a big problem for me when I was in the police department. And I was working in the police department, and a guy, I was a new lieutenant, and a captain came to me and said, "You are the they now." No, because when you're a patrol officer, right? You're like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. They. You are the they now. That changed the way I thought about my job. And you could see respect and lack of respect for what we have at different supervisors. Ryan Terabin did an episode about leadership, and I disagreed with a fundamental part about it. Sometimes you have to, as a leader, you have to put your junk on the table. I don't know Ryan's past, but he talked about being in the military, and he said you should never have to do that. I disagree with that. There were plenty of times I saw supervisors had to say, "Listen, knock it off," and then let them know who it was. You shouldn't have to do it all the time, but once or twice you got to tell people. So once or twice you got to tell people. Same thing in parents. Parents are like, "Listen, I'm the daddy in this house. I'm the man in this house." Well, you got to remind them. So I disagree with Ryan about that. He's talking about leadership. I know he's a psychologist. He's got his, I have a master's in psychology. So, and my Ph.D. is in leadership. If anybody didn't know that. So, listen, I don't want to get into an argument with Ryan about that. Or Ryan, excuse me. But I'm saying that to say we need each other. This is all about us needing each other, and we're failing each other. And so I start to say that about the police department because there's a failure, right? And I don't want to be the failure in training and educating the next generation. I want to hear what the upper brass said, and I wanted to translate that down to the lower officers. And I didn't want to be the weak link in the chain. I did not want to be the weak link in the chain. So I worked on it, right? So I'm saying, so I took that same philosophy and put it to this generation, right? The generation before us, right, had to fight for the civil rights and all this kind of stuff, right? Think about it. The guys 20, 25 years older than me, right? Right? They had to fight for civil rights. They were getting hosed on. That was them. Then when they came back, they made love and they got me. They got, right, the Generation X. They got us, right? Right? But that was them. And so we can't be Generation X. And I told this to myself that's why I started coaching. And so that's what, it's really changed my life, right? That's saying that I'm the they now. So you're the they now. You are the they now. That's you. It's time for you to educate these young boys, these young girls about love, about life, and yes, going to school, getting their education, stepping up, moving up in the world, advancing, doing whatever they need to do in order to get by, get up, move on. But in addition, for all the biblical scholars out there, right? And all you're getting, get an understanding. That was a mantra in my church, right? You got to get an understanding. And all you're getting, education, all this stuff that you're getting, how come we're not getting married and staying married? And that, I look at myself, like we made these mistakes. There were some mistakes made. You are the they now. I'm the they now. So we gotta step up, man. These young people who are still making the same mistakes I made. We still getting divorced at high rates. We still catching STDs. We still getting baby mamas. We still got baby daddy drama. We still getting the windows busted. We still lying about who we're sleeping with. Come on, man. That's why I make these videos, because we're the they now. We're the they now, and we have to train them and tell them to do better. And we have a mass media production. When you go to church, right, you could talk to the whatever number size your congregation is. Now, this video that I'm making in particular, and other people that may have gone viral, millions of people are watching it, consuming that content, or have the potential to, we have the potential to change the world. We're the they now. You are the they now. They failed us. They did this. If you're above 40 years old, you are the they now. What are you doing? Do you coach? Do you mentor? Do you make a podcast? Make a YouTube? Do you speak at your church? Do you do surveys? Do you do community activization? What are you doing? Do you teach? Do you preach? What are you doing? Every generation has to make sure that the next generation is better. And listen, I know the economy is trash. I know it. We can only do what we can do. There's a lot of things that aren't in our control anymore, and it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I was listening to a podcast last night that was very negative. Right? This I guess prize-winning author. Maybe I'll put the screenshot and let you know what I was listening to. But it was depressing. like what's going on politically? I don't know if you listen to Tulsi Gabbard, right? Right? What's going on with her? I probably say too much. I'd just put them on the screen, right? Because I'll probably get demonetized or something. Listen, it's pretty bleak. I'll put the 2 podcasts up there. I suggest people go out there and watch them, right? I'm trying to educate you about what's going on, right? So we can talk about love and relationships and all this kind of stuff, but we gotta, there's stuff going on around us and that is affecting our life, and we gotta figure that out. We gotta figure, we are the they now. We got an election coming up, right? I'm not gonna tell you who to vote for, but you gotta figure it out. What's going on? So you are the they now. I just want to drop that for a few minutes there. And hit me in the comments. Answer that question. What does a man want? What do you think he wants? What have you been told that he wants? And what things does a man want that you want? The man that you want, the type of man that you want, what does he want? I'm not gonna tell you. I want to know if you know. What does he want? That man is whatever type of man want. What does he want?